Hey there, everybody. Happy Tuesday, or Wednesday, Thursday, whatever day you happen to be watching this on. Happy day. So I had my first official skipped day of class. I feel like a real college kid now, totally ignoring the thousands of dollars I'm spending to come here. Anyway, I know I suggested a topic for most interesting person, and awkwardly I couldn't think of one for a while, until most recently when I remembered someone. It's a bit cheating, because uh, I don't actually know the person. Um, I don't know his name. I've never met him. I don't know if we've ever even had eye contact, to be completely honest. um, to try to describe this guy and why he's the most interesting, you sort of have to be in his presence to understand. But I'll try to give you a reason why. I see him every Monday on my way to human biology, and he rides in the same way. He's an Asian guy, about my age. He can't be any taller than I am. Skinny as a pencil. Bangs that would make Light Yagami proud. He's always got like some neon shit on, like a super blue jacket, or like a sun yellow. Fun fact, actually, the sun isn't yellow; it's green. And it's related to why most foliage on planet Earth is green. It's fucking nuts. Anyway, he rides a skateboard with hellish flames and has these sunglasses that are darker than Satan's soul. I don't think we've ever even looked at each other directly. He might have looked at me through the sunglasses and I couldn't see him. He's like a living anime character. Like, as he rides through the town, like the wind sweeps through his hair and he looks like he's about to fight somebody on his skateboard. Wow, I just realized like how fucking veiny my arms look right now. Wow. Anyway, so yeah, that'd be my choice. A bit cheating, but I can honestly say I've never even seen someone as interesting as this person. Whoever you are, Asian skateboard man, I half want to meet you, and half want to keep this a mystery, and let my mind decide what kind of a person you really are. Anyway, 2, potentially 3 big things to report on my life. First, that I won the race for Hall Council Director of Publicity. Pretty happy about that. I have no idea what that actually entails, or when our meetings are, or how much power I have. Probably none. I probably just get to decide what color the posters are, but it'll be. I hope it'll be fun. I don't think the power will go to my head. I hope it won't go to my head. I really do not want to be a corrupt director of publicity. Crowds screaming, "We want yellow posters," and I'm like, no, because I own the posters of this hall and the next, until eventually they overthrow me and execute me. Second point of interest, the movie that I mentioned in the last video, the movie that I auditioned for, I got a callback on, and they want me to come in on Saturday at noon to read through some more lines. They didn't say what part for, and I tried out for multiple parts. If I was to guess, it would be for the comic relief character named. I signed a no disclosure agreement, so I really hope I'm not going to get in trouble. What I can and cannot say. But there's a character named Dalton, who is a comic relief guy. So I'll be probably trying out for that. I think that's where I gave my strongest performance. To be honest, I kind of wanted to play this pompous Gary Oak-inspired character. He seemed like a lot of fun, but I really don't think I can pull off pompous all that easily. I could have just shot myself in the foot. I could look like the most pompous person in the world for all I know, and nobody's told me yet. But yeah, I don't think I pulled it off all that well. So I'll probably be trying out for Dalton, and possibly the main character. They seem to like how straighted I could act when acting with the girl who was playing my ex-girlfriend at the time. Third bit of news, I've been noticing I've had a lot of free time during classes, because we just keep getting PowerPoint slides, and in between those slides the professor would just ramble on about the same thing over and over again, so I already have the notes of what he's saying. And during my out-of-class time, sometimes I use it for like playing video games or hanging with friends or stuff, but a lot of time it's just mindless internet browsing. So I figured, how can I make this more productive? How can I do something with this? And I've had this idea in my head for a while, and I thought, what the hell? I'll give it a shot. So from here on in, I'm gonna try to write a book. Before you all start to cringe, I don't have starry-eyed expectations of this being published or anything. I don't even want anyone to actually read it. This is more of an exercise in imagination. I don't know what my career is going to be, but I think it's going to involve journalism or newscasting or something. So just having experience in writing a narrative, I think can't hurt. Some people have told me in the past that I'm good at telling a story, so hopefully that'll help translate. Normally I'm only good at telling stories I already know, like things that happened to me, things that I didn't make up the narrative. I'm explaining somebody who's standing in front of me, or I made a ghost story off the top of my head for Halloween once, and it seemed to be pretty effective. But in scary stories, you don't have to have all that concrete a narrative. It doesn't even have any dialogue. The story I told, it was just a guy walking down the steps, and I was very descriptive with like how he felt walking down the steps alone in the dark. But hopefully this will turn out well. Right now, I don't even know the setting of it. I had two classes today, one that I skipped. But in just the other one, in the downtime I had, listening to the Professor ramble, I was able to list down a few characters, because I kind of had them in my head beforehand. I have a very, very basic skeleton of a plot without a specific setting. I don't know if this is going to be in a contemporary, modern setting. It could be in space. It could be fantasy. It could be in the 1930s. It could be in a box. I don't know that yet. Honestly, I thought developing characters would be the hardest part, but it turned out to be pretty easy. Most characters I just based off of people I already knew. It practically started writing itself. I don't think I ever lifted my fingers from the keyboard while making up characters. It flowed pretty easily. In case any of you are wondering, yeah, one of the characters is based off one of you, and a mixture of my brother Tommy. In fact, actually, every Harity child, minus my sister, is represented by one of the characters so far. In fact, the main character I based off one of my brothers, not Tommy. And then I based one of the girl characters off of myself, self-deprecatingly. So that's my plans for right now. Love to see how you're all doing. I really like watching these videos of us. It's really enjoyable. So let's keep it going, because they're honestly some of the most enjoyable things I watch on YouTube. Sadly to say, most of it's just tech bloggers and video game reviews. So yeah, I like seeing these. So let's keep them going. I'm really veiny. You guys all have a good night.